keep going. So dating is fun for some people. I was supposed to be on a date tonight. That's why I'm all dressed up, but it didn't work out. It's really hard dating when you are 31 and you have 3 kids and you're married. So let me give you guys an example. I was on a date the other night, but really we were just fucking at his house. I like to call it a date to make it sound like I have some more dignity left. So anyway, I really don't know this guy, and I'm kind of scared he might be a serial killer, but I hear Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, is really good in bed, so he might be a serial killer, I don't know. So you know what guys, I'm really trying to stop fucking people that I barely know, but it's really hard, and I end up making horrible decisions, and the guy ends up being a redneck that smells like cat piss and doesn't know when to pull out. So I'm really trying to up my standards here, guys. I'm really trying to up my standards. So back to my date, anyway. We finished with dinner and dessert, and I get dressed. And I'm leaving his bedroom, and I notice that there's this giant bomb and a huge pile of empty nitrous oxide canisters. This is shocking to me, completely shocking, and I can't believe it. I come to this life-changing realization. People still do whippets. I haven't seen a whippet since I was a freshman in high school, okay? This is crazy to me. Crazy. But anyway, I really hope I get a second date with this guy because I don't care what drugs you're on. If it helps you fuck me for nearly 3 hours, count me in. Yeah! So I obviously like sex. I have 3 kids. I don't know what we're anyway, for all you guys out there, I'm alone. Okay. My youngest, she's 1. She was a little unexpected, but is what I like to call my favorite mistake. I didn't know I wanted her, and neither did the 18-year-old that impregnated me. Sorry. There are perks to having a teenager father your child. Did you know that? She'll have someone to walk to school with. They can play Pokemon together. Hey, you know what? Diaper cream also dries out zits. Alright, so there's no real perks to having a teenager father your child, unless you don't want them to stick around for very long. So, living in my house is kind of like living in a frat house. The place is always trashed. I always have to hide my drugs really well. And, there's always this distinct smell of vomit. And like every frat house has, there is a woman there that has had her vagina completely ripped apart. And I don't remember giving any of those motherfuckers consent. Speaking of vagina, I have a 10-year-old daughter. Kids go through the changes earlier and earlier. And she calls me into the bathroom the other day and wants to talk to me about a little something embarrassing. And I walk in, she drops trowel and says, "Mommy, I really want this blob of hair off my crotch." And I don't blame her because I don't want it there either. But do you know how awkward it is to teach your child how to shave their lady bits? Anyone? So I let the scenario run through my head and I decide, you know what, I'm not quite quite ready for that. And I look at her and I say, you know what, honey? Grow it out. The bigger, the better. I hear beards are in now. We'll even get you some plaid panties and you can go lumberjack style. We won't have to worry about boys for a while. I'm proud to say she's well on her way to ZZ Top. But despite my best efforts, even though my daughter's vagina looks like Abraham Lincoln is growing out of it, she is still better at dating than me. She has a boyfriend. I was at a Valentine's Day party, alright? I know I could hear them talking. And this boy asked my 10-year-old daughter if she wants to have sex. Now, I'm pretty sure this boy has no idea what he's talking about, so I let the conversation continue. And I gotta say, what my daughter says next is probably one of my proudest moments as a mother. She looks at him square in the eye, and with a sassy wave to her finger, she says, "That's gonna be a big N-O, Brayden, because I don't want any kids." One proud mommy right here! But thank God for those birth control pills that I crush up and put in her cereal, just in case.